which is why I want to talk about the vulnerability of our idols, because they too get suicidal. Their lives are so tidal and exposed. But we love to make heroes of those on stage. Like animals in a cage, we feel their rage and watch their hips and their luscious lips as they tantalise us with their lies, their eyes and their sweet lullabies. But do we really think we need a drink to sound like Pink? Or get some kicks from a fatal fix to even come close to formulating a mix between Joplin or Hendrix? Daring to ask, what makes them tick? It's like they've touched God. Like Moses when he poses his prose and comes down from the mountain and delivers the show. Aspiring to be presidents, not council estate residents. Luther King's dream, a harebrained scheme at best, and yet it stood the test of time. It was and is sublime. And we no longer need to scream to make our projects gleam. We can whack them on YouTube and just let them stream. The posh, like Cameron, the girlies 1D. But in the connection age, you can really be anything you want to be. But some prefer to observe, to worship and serve. Not take part and make art which speaks to others' hearts. It's like they feel they're not serene, not good enough to be seen. Like they have no artistic dream, no plan and no scheme. But I say, where's their self-esteem? But I digress. I keep close to my chest that far from the best, I attest that we must be braver than the rest. And stand up and be counted. This world to be mounted by our creative loins. The ranks of the gods we will join. So spare not the rod, because the live poet squad must be heed. No weeds but Godspeed, so Godspeed indeed, because art breathes and spreads and gets in people's heads. Sounds like a lot, but come on, are we not the gods? Our heroes we trust, to go through the fuss of touching spirit and documenting all sin and din within it. Their translation for our emancipation. They're creative, non-hesitative, and yet we have hesitation. Here in the cells, there are big men raging hell with their chests pushed out as they prance about the wing. But the sad song they sing weeps as they cry themselves to sleep. Big men, with not much to tell. Thing is, be this the final top, that they are the gods, and what of us? The prisoner, the mother, the man who drives the bus. I do mean to make a fuss. At which point were we taught to sell ourselves short and live in an apologetic pod where we are not the gods? And what nobody knows is that, just suppose, we are gods and don't need heroes. What if we are supreme, our own lives we redeem? Not alone but as a team. It's a wild dream. But in this life there are odds and sods and fools and kings and bods and those on their tods. But above all, surely people, are we not the gods?
Yay!